Do you feel like you're drifting away from your wife? Do you feel like there's a wall separating you? Well, if either of these are the case, you're in the right place, because today I'm going to be covering the 5 tips to reconnect with your wife. Now, this is the second video in a 2-part series. If you haven't watched the first video, I'm going to link it up above. You need to watch that first. And if we haven't met each other before, my name's Luke Finn. I'm the founder of the ARC system, a system which has helped hundreds of dads avoid divorce and reconnect with their wife. And make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and smash the bell button to be notified each Tuesday when I release a new video. And be sure to stick around to the end of this video where I'll be covering the secret to reconciling that no one else is talking about. Now, with all that being said, let's dive right in. So today I'm covering the 5 tips to reconnect with your wife when you're the ice guy. Now, if you're the nice guy, you do not want to follow these tips. It will be detrimental to your marriage. So you really only want to be doing this if you're the ice guy. And like I said before, if you haven't watched the first training on this, you need to watch it because I cover a lot of the things in the first video that I'm not going to be covering today. So make sure to go back and watch the first part of this 2-part series. Now, with all that being said, let's dive right in. If you're the ice guy, I'm going to be teaching you how to reconnect with your wife. And I'm going to be teaching you based on the ARC system. It's a system which has helped hundreds of dads reconcile, hundreds of ice guys reconcile. Just like Mike, he was the quintessential ice guy when he enrolled in the ARC system. He was suffering from a lack of intimacy in his marriage. He was losing his temper all the time. He felt out of control. And he was basically the boss in his work, a very successful businessman, but he didn't know what to do when he was at home. He didn't know how to succeed at home with his wife and his beautiful son. And when he completed the ARC system and applied the teachings that I'm going to be teaching you today, he had a much deeper connection with his wife. The intimacy came back. He had the satisfaction of being not just a leader in his work, but also being the leader at home, having joyful interactions and a new level of confidence that he'd never had before. And Mike's not the only person to have these incredible results after applying the ARC system. Here are just a few of the messages that I've received from guys that are watching the videos, just like you're watching today, apply the learnings and save their marriage. So let's look at then the 5 steps or 5 tips that you can apply to reconnect with your wife. Now, I've already covered the first 2 in the first video, so detach and pull back from your wife and reframe your position. I'm not going to be covering that today. You need to watch the first part, so first video in this 2-part series to get context on the first 2 steps, because it's the same for the nice guy and the ice guy. Today, I'm just covering the next 3 steps for the ice guy that you need to take that are different. And these are, you got to stand in the fire, you got to suspend judgment, and you got to see the best in your wife. So these are the 3 steps that you need to apply to reconnect with your wife. So let's get a little bit more context on that. What does that mean to stand in the fire? So brother, your wife, if you're the ice guy, you haven't been around, you haven't been showing up for, you're feeling emotionally disconnected from her, you haven't been emotionally available. And again, this is not about blaming or shaming you. I just want to give you the information you need to be able to start reconnecting with your wife and making progress. Now, you need to give your wife the opportunity to vent. So she is pissed. She's really angry with you. You notice that, you see it on her face, like she's not opening up to you. And you want to be able to give her the opportunity to vent, to let out that anger. And when she does get angry, you need to relax. Don't take it personally. Don't defend yourself. You just need to listen to her. Because a big mistake that we make as ice guys is we start giving our point of view. You know, you start defending yourself, and you know what your wife is saying is maybe not completely true. She's just really angry, and you're really clear on what for you is your truth. So you start telling her the way it is, and she just feels like you don't understand her. And the truth is, brother, you need to learn a new way to navigate conflict effectively. Up to this point, you haven't known how to validate her emotions. You haven't known how to de-escalate the situation and allow her to vent so you can rebuild the emotional safety in your relationship and reconnect with her. So I have a different training on this. I'm going to link it up above on how to navigate conflict effectively and to rebuild that emotional safety that you need so badly in your relationship. I'll link that up above so you can watch that training. The 4th thing you need to do is you need to suspend judgment. Up until this point, because your wife is literally acting batshit crazy, she's so angry with you, you've got this like negative self-talk about her. You're like saying, oh man, she's not showing up the way she should be. She's being a bad mom. She's not, showing up for me. She shows me no love. You're really criticizing her a lot in your head and the way about her behavior. Because look, you've always been the one to have it together in the relationship. And now that she's kind of decided to check out of the marriage, you don't really recognize her, and she's behaving she's not being her best self. Let's just put it that way. But by you judging her, you're not helping the situation. You're literally putting a frame around her, you judging her as in she's being a bad mom or she is acting batshit crazy, she can feel that from you. She really cares about your opinion. And even if maybe you're not even saying the word, she can feel that from you, and it's not giving her the opportunity to change, because we can all change. You're going to change to go reconcile with your wife, and your wife can also change. It's a wonderful thing about being humans. We can adapt so quickly. And really, when you're saying different things to her, you're judging her, she can feel that. And the thing is, as the ice guy, your opinion to her is really important. She holds you to a very high regard. She's really been looking up to you. And you just haven't been around for her because you've been working so much. You've had priorities in other places, and now she's just got all this anger. So you just need to hold that judgment and start listening to her, and start to seek to understand her perspective. What's really important to you, because you're an analytical guy, a very smart guy, and you've been very successful, you tend to kind of be very rational and just be cold and direct. But like, emotions are not right or wrong. We all have emotions, and you have emotions. I guarantee you, now that she's checked out of the marriage, or you feel like she's pulling away from you, you're starting to get panicky, and you're probably starting to act like the nice guy, is in to be a show pony, show up for more around the house, and it's not making any difference, right? And the thing is, when we have these emotions, there's nothing wrong about them. Like, you feeling that way now because she's pulling away, it's okay. Emotions are not right or wrong. And it's really important for you to start understanding how her perspective, like what's going on for her, rather than telling her that she shouldn't be feeling that way and it's not right what she's saying. There is no right or wrong. We all have these emotions, and they're beautiful. We should feel them, and we should not have anybody telling us whether they're right or wrong. That's a huge mistake that we learn, quite frankly, when we're growing up from our parents. Now, I have a different communication guide which is going to help you start having better, deeper conversations with her, where it'll allow her to express what's going on for her, even if she's acting batshit crazy. You can check it down in the description. I've linked the communication down there, so you can start having these wonderful, deep, connected conversations with your wife. And finally, you need to see the best in your wife. You've been judging her up until this point, and that's not helpful. And guys, what I have to say here is, if you were to apply this, if you're the nice guy and you were to do these things, it would be totally detrimental to your marriage, because the nice guy, the wife, is basically walking all over you, using you like a doormat. This is specifically only for ice guys. And this is why the ARC system is so powerful. You don't just go down a program that's one size fits all. You go into a tailored system based on your unique situation. So being the ice guy, you need to put her on the pedestal. And what I mean by that is, in your mind, put her on a pedestal. You don't want to be a show pony, doing more around the house, showing up, playing with the kids more, just to try and show her that you've changed. You really need to change. But you need to put her on a pedestal in your mind. So in your head, see the best in her. See the best in her, and remember why you fell in love with her. She's a wonderful person. She's just not acting like herself at the moment because of all this resentment. Remember why you fell in love with her. Remember the real her. She's still there. You just can't see it at the moment. And remember, this is really important, catch her doing the things right, because your opinion is so important to her. Rather than criticizing her, catch her doing things right, like when she's showing up for the kids, or when she pays you a compliment, or when she opens up. Praise her. This is really important. She's gonna, because she loves your opinion, or she appreciates your opinion so much, this is gonna raise her and elevate her and allow her to start opening up more and more. So I promised you at the beginning of this video the opportunity to enroll in my masterclass. In the masterclass, you're gonna get to begin the real change process necessary to saving your marriage. You're gonna learn the secret to reconciling your wife, but that no one else is talking about, and the 4 steps you need to take for her to see her change. You can find the link in the description. Enroll in that masterclass today and start making progress in your marriage. And if you haven't done so already, I also want to invite you to my marriage support group for dads. This is a wonderful community filled up with dads with the same values as you, that want to avoid divorce and reconnect with the wife. You can find the link down below in the description. Join today, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you've got any questions at all, post them down in the comments and let me know. What have you tried so far to reconnect with your wife? And make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and smash the bell button to be notified every Tuesday when I release a new video. Now, with all that being said, I look forward to seeing you on the next video.